Hi everyone, welcome to Pilates with Lara. Here's a video from Mexico all about arms, shoulders, and back. We're going to start off on our hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're just going to do some shoulder protraction and retraction. So you're going to drop your chest down towards the mat and then you're going to pull those shoulder blades apart as you lift up. Take care to keep that core engaged, belly button pulling into the spine. To take it a level harder, come into a 3/4 plank, making sure that you're not dropping those hips too low, that you're squeezing those shoulder blades together as you drop your chest, and then extending those shoulder blades apart, feeling the strength through your rotator cuff. For your hardest option, come into a full plank, drop the chest, pinch the shoulder blades, and then pull those shoulder blades apart. Nice strong arms, nice strong core, pushing the heels away from the body. Then bring it up into a downward dog, an up stretch, and walk those heels out, just lengthening through the torso, pressing the palms down into the mat. We're going to come down onto our elbows and then lift back up onto our hands. This takes quite a lot of shoulder stability as well as core strength. It's a great warm-up for the body. Taking it slowly here, trying to keep your balance and your strength. Swapping from side to side so each arm works equally hard. And keeping those hips lifted. From here we're going to stay on those elbows and go into some dolphin poses, breathing in as you lengthen the pelvis upwards, breathing out as you drop it down. Imagine that your core is the brakes of a car, stopping you before you drop too low, breathing in to lift, breathing out to stop. Down in your plank. Dropping our knees here, we're going to come back onto hands and knees and go for a little bit of core stability and shoulder work. Breathing out, lengthen opposite arm and leg away from the body. Breathing into center, breathing out to extend. Take your time with this, really find the length from fingertips all the way to toes. Taking care to keep that core engaged, do not let the lower back dip. The leg and the arm are only going as high as the hip and the shoulder, not lifting higher, not arching that lower back. If balance is tricky, just stick with the leg here, keep those arms down, but if you can use the arm as well, then you're getting good back exercise as well. We're going to hold up this next one, breathe out, crunch the knee and elbow in, breathe in, extend. As you breathe out and crunch in, engage that core, and if you want to, take it double time. Trying to keep steady through the rotator cuff and shoulder of the opposite arm, keeping that core engaged as you crunch through. Hold and lengthen, and then we're going to swap to the other side. Breathe in as you extend, breathe out, crunch nice and slow. Breathe in to lengthen, breathe out, crunch it in. Really pulling in those abdominals, connecting the navel all the way up to the spine as you do this. And again, if you want to take it double time here, you can. Keep connecting that breath to the crunch. Coming back into tabletop here, we're going to breathe in, take our right arm up to the sky. As you breathe out, you're going to scoop that arm underneath the other arm as if you're threading a needle. Breathing in, open the chest, lengthen the fingertips up. Breathing out, bring that shoulder down to the mat. Let your shoulder blades separate. Breathe in to stretch it up. Breathe out to stretch that shoulder. One more time here, you're going to breathe in as you hold it up, then bring the hand to the lower back, rotate that shoulder open, really let your pecs and chest stretch here. Breathe in to lengthen one more time, and breathe out, taking the arm all the way down, trying to get your shoulder down to the mat. Now you can either hold it here, or to intensify the stretch, walk your left arm forward, feeling it a little bit stronger. Or if you want to bring your core into it, extend that right leg and left arm up towards the sky, really using those tummy muscles to stabilize as you stretch and stabilize through the shoulder as well. Nice deep breaths here, then drop the hand, drop the knee, and lift back up into tabletop. Breathing in, lift that left arm up to the sky, breathing out to scoop it under and thread the needle. Breathing in, lengthening those fingertips, opening the chest. Breathing out, scoop it under, try to drop that shoulder down to the mat. Getting a little bit lower each time, feeling those shoulder blades pull apart, the back stretch. Nice deep breath as you lengthen upwards, bring the hand to the lower back, roll the shoulder back, open that chest a little bit more. Then breathe in, lengthen those fingertips up. As you breathe out, scoop it under, take it that little bit further, and relax the head down onto the mat. Again, you can walk that left arm forward if you want to here for an extra little stretch, or to bring some strength into it as well, taking that right leg up towards the sky, and the arm up towards the sky as well, balancing on that shoulder, using our core to stabilize. Nice deep breaths as you hold here, and gently dropping the hand, then the leg, and we're going to come into a puppy pose here. So keeping our hips over our knees, walking those hands forward, letting the chest drop down towards the mat. You can relax the forehead onto the ground here. Take nice deep breaths, feeling the opening through the armpits, through the upper back. And when you're ready, gently walking those hands back and lifting up. We're going to go into a little bit of side plank work, so coming into your plank, breathe out as you twist, reaching one arm up to the ceiling, breathing into center, breathing out to slowly and fluidly swap to the other side. Pilates is all about control and balance. It's not about the speed of the exercise, it's about the quality. So breathe out, keep those hips lifted, lift the arm long, stabilizing through those shoulders for a nice strong arm. This is great for your obliques, the muscles at the side of your waist as well. So take your time with it, keep holding, and if you need to drop one knee down to the ground, that's your modification. You're then going to pulse that hip down towards the mat. Keep breathing here as you pulse. Again, drop the knee if you need to. Hold it up and spiral the arm, just stretching through that rotator cuff and spiraling twice in the other direction. Holding here just for one final stretch, lift the hips towards the ceiling, reach the fingertips up over the ear, and we're going to swap to the other side, lifting the arm up above the head and pulsing the hips down towards the mat, keeping the neck nice and long, dropping that knee down if you need to, and holding it up here, spiraling your top arm 2 times in one direction, and then 2 times in the other, smooth and controlled. Holding it up for a stretch, reaching the arm up over the ear, lifting those hips to stretch the waist there. And we're going to gently drop it down and do some backwards tabletop work to counteract all those planks. So bringing the arms just behind the shoulders, fingertips can be facing out to the sides or behind, whatever's comfortable for you. As you breathe out, engage the core, lift those hips. You want your ankles to be just under your knees. Imagine that you're a tabletop, so you could rest a cup of tea or a glass of wine on your tummy here. Lift those hips a little higher, engage the glutes, and feel the opening of the chest and the contracting of the back muscles as you do this. Try not to drop the head back here. In Pilates, we like to keep our chin tucked. For an extra modification, you can reach one arm away from the body at a time. This is a really lovely stretch into the back and the added strengthening for your arm that's down on the ground. Breathing out to reach long, opening that chest. Breathing in to release down. For your final option here, lengthen those legs out, going into a full backwards plank. Tuck the pelvis, engage the core, breathe out to lift. You want to make sure that your stomach isn't doming here, so your core muscles are staying contracted, and really connect the breath out to the lift here, so you're using the tummy muscles to lift up. Final modification, hold it here, breathe out, and lift one leg at a time, making sure that the hip isn't dropping down towards the ground. Breathing in to come down for a rest, and breathing out to take it up again for your chosen level. If you're lifting those legs, make sure it's really controlled, that those hips stay lifted, that core stays contracted. And that's it for that one. We're going to come back into the center of the mat, just cross those legs, give your shoulders a little bit of a roll to release any tension. We're going to go for a little bit of arm work, so breathing in to lengthen up towards the sky. You can stretch your neck, follow the fingertips with the eyes, and then we're going to keep the head in position and just flap our arms up and down here using the top of our shoulders. This one can get a little bit tiring. There can be a little bit of lactic acid buildup, so if you feel it, just take a little rest and then come back into it. Going for our little Ys here, so starting at shoulder height and flapping those fingertips up to meet. making sure the arm stays straight. Then you're going to rotate the fingertips up towards the sky and pulse the arms upwards. You should feel this in your triceps. Then take those arms back behind the body, pinch the shoulder blades together and pulse, and then bring those arms forward. Feeling your chest working, feeling the upper back working, and pulse. Coming into center, we're going to go into arm circles. It should really be burning by now. Enjoy it. That's you getting stronger. Swap directions with those arm circles, trying to keep the torso stable using your core. And a little stretch here in between, taking one arm up over the head as you breathe out. Breathing into center and breathing out to the other side. Relax that arm there. We're going to come back into center, making goalposts with our arms, and then we're going to alternate, taking that goalpost down to the ground and then bringing it back up. Again, at this point, it should really be burning. You can keep it slow, or if you want to, you can speed it up to double time. Keep that chest open, try to keep those elbows lifted if you can for nice strong arms. We're then going to bring those arms down, glue them into the side of your body. As you breathe out, take the palms out to the side and keep the elbows in. For some of us, this is quite difficult, myself included, especially if you have a weak upper back. So many of us do because we sit hunched over desks. So just take it a little bit at a time. Try to practice it every day if you can to go a little bit further. Popping those hands behind the pelvis, you're just going to breathe in, open up that chest. As you breathe it out, just let it collapse. Breathing in, dropping that head back, opening the chest. Breathing out, relaxing the shoulders down. And finally, one final stretch here. You're going to take one elbow on top of the other. If you can, bring those palms together. Breathe in, lift the elbows up. As you breathe out, gently fold forward, bring the elbows to the ground. Feel your shoulder blades pulling apart. Breathing in to lift, stretching those arms. Breathing out to lower, stretching those shoulders. One more time here, dropping a little bit further. Then coming into center and changing the positioning of those arms, bringing the other elbow on top. Again, interlacing those hands if you can, palm to palm, and swapping the cross of our legs as well, just to get some balance. Breathing in to lift, breathing out to fold forward, stretching those shoulder blades apart. Breathing in, get those elbows a little bit higher. Breathing out, folding forward. One more time here, stretching it a little bit further if you can, just dropping into those hips, relaxing the shoulders. One final stretch here. We're going to come up onto our knees. Lengthening the arms out, just dropping down to one side, wrists under shoulder, lengthen the foot away, and reach the arm up over the head, stretching the waist here. You can hold it for as long as you want to, and then you can swap to the other side, stretching the other side of your waist, also stretching through that inner thigh and leg as well. Coming back into center, taking the other leg out to the side. The arm comes down to the floor, lengthening the arm up over the head. And then dropping down towards that extended leg again, arm coming up over the head. And that's us for today. Thanks very much. I hope your arms are feeling a little bit stronger, your shoulders are feeling nice and flexible. I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.